Good day, people. Good day. Larry Love, the Love Coach. Let me go ahead and get this stuff out the way this morning while it's on my mind. Before this windshield gets too dirty. I'll give y'all a little view, let y'all know that we moving. We are in motion. We've got momentum. And all we do is win. So, today's Friday. I think it's Friday. Is today Friday? I don't even know. Today's Friday, I think. Friday, September 20th. And so we got today's topic on sex, love, and hip hop. The conversation is, are you voting? That has nothing to do with what I'm getting ready to talk about, but that's today's topic. But so today, I had woke up with some things on my mind, and some things that happened yesterday, triggered those thoughts, I'm sure. But what I want to talk about real quick is, the sky is beautiful. That's nice. It looks a lot bluer on the screen than it does in real life. But we're pulling out of Bakersfield, California right now. We headed back to the East Coast. I've got a doctor's appointment on Wednesday in Connecticut. So we headed back in that direction. Had came over here this week to celebrate my oldest nephew's birthday along with his mother, my sister, and they're in L.A. And I made it all the way to Bakersfield and didn't make it to L.A. That's sometimes that's how the game goes. But so that's what I came out here for this week. I knew my schedule was going to be tight, but I attempted to do it anyway, and an unexpected delay on Wednesday afternoon in Oregon set me back about a half a day, and that was going to be my leisure time to spend with them. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get to see them and celebrate with them this weekend. So I'm headed back. So I'm leaving Bakersfield, getting ready to jump on the interstate, and so I had some thoughts this morning, and because I was beating myself up last night, about if I was a good uncle, a good brother, by being this close and not making it to him, 2 hours away, 2.5 hours away, with traffic. If I was being a good uncle or being a good brother, being a good family member, by making it this far and not getting to them. And I was beating myself up about it, and it bothered me a little bit because I pride myself on being a man of my word and, putting in the effort to be in places and to be a part of things that matter in life to people. And so it was really eating at me last night, because I was saying to myself while I was laying in the bed that, while I'm laying here in the bed, I could be driving. I could just go ahead and, drive 2 hours, to get to them and hang out with them for the night. Totally ignoring the fact that I had just drove across the country and I had been up for well over 24 hours the last 2 nights to get here. So ultimately, I chose to go to sleep and to rest my body because I've got a 3,000-mile trek back across the country to get to the East Coast by Tuesday morning, and that's gonna be that's gonna be a long run anyway. So I decided to just rest my body, and I really had to I had to really convince myself that I wasn't a bad person. I'm not a bad person by not being able to make it, by not being able to get to them. I tried. The effort was very genuine and valiant, and I wasn't able to make it happen. But I had to convince myself that that doesn't make me a bad person. It doesn't make me a failure. It doesn't make me a loser by not being able to get to it. It doesn't make me a person who doesn't a man that's not of his word, because this one occasion that I was unable to get there does not trump the 100 occasions that I did get there when nobody else got there. So but my message for today is just relationships. And it's not all about romantic relationships. It's not all about your spouse, the person that you're sleeping with, or the person that you're building a life with in a union of some sort, but just relationships in general. And from my perspective, I definitely believe that the friendship relationship is more important, at the very least, just as important as a spousal relationship or a romantic relationship. Because in most cases, a person's gonna have more friends than they have, spouses. So if you don't have friends in your life, or a support system emotionally and mentally, of people that uplift you, that celebrate you for who you are, the great attributes that you carry, people that don't show up for you when it matters, then you probably need to remove yourself from those relationships, because ultimately the effect on you, on your emotions, and on your mental health will be far greater than holding on to these people and allowing them to continue to be mediocre friends or lackluster friends in your life. It may not seem like that when you're in it, because we make excuses for them. We allow them to justify their absence, their treatment. People who are empathetic, like myself, people that are humanists, like myself, we tend to just allow people to be who they want to be around us and with us, and we're not really paying attention to the effect that it's having on us. We just kind of accept it as, that's who they are. That's them. That's their personality. That's just them being them. And, we allow it to happen. And it's usually not a positive effect. The quality of time that we have with those people in comparison to the absence of time that we have with those people is substantial. We usually enjoy that person for the 10 minutes that they come around, rather than holding them accountable for the 1,000 minutes that they didn't come around. And I get it. Everybody's busy. Everybody's important. Everybody's got their own life to live. It sounds familiar, doesn't it? And that's usually how it goes. That's usually how the conversation goes. Oh, I'm sorry, I was busy. Oh, I can't make it because I'm busy. I got this going on, that going on. We got this going on. We got that going on. Cool. And that's fair. Everybody can't be in multiple places at one time. Your physical body can only be in one place at one time. We got it. So, not really referring to people who don't physically show up. I'm more so talking about people who emotionally and mentally don't show up. Their presence is not there at all. And they show up whenever they want to get what they can get from you, or to present a facade of them showing up, their support, them going out of their way to be there for you that one time, to make up for the 100 times that they weren't. So, and the signs are usually very clear, very present, but us being, us wanting people's affection, us wanting people's love, and wanting to be a part of people's lives and their growth, and everything, we tend to, we're blind to it. We overlook it. We put the blinders on ourselves, and we make excuses for them just as much as they attempt to justify their absence. And for our mental health, each individual, I believe that we need to eliminate that from our lives and really start to hold people accountable. And but then also, in holding people accountable, don't take too much focus on it. Holding someone accountable 10 times is really a waste of time. Hold someone accountable once, twice, maybe 3 times. And then remove yourself. We're holding on to a burning fork for no real good reason. There are plenty of people out here in the world that need love, that want to provide love unconditionally, that want to give themselves to people, that really have so much love to give that they will never make an excuse to not be there. And this, I'm talking about emotionally and mentally, not and maybe spiritually. We're not talking about physically, because if I live in New York City and I work, and you live in California, I may not be able to get to every event. But what I can do, for sure, is pick up the phone. I can for sure pick up the phone or get on the computer and communicate with you in some way to let you know that I'm there for emotional support, that I'm there spiritually if I can't be there physically. That matters. So when it comes to friendships, when it comes to the people that you hold closest to you, that you really count on to motivate you and inspire you in life, stop making excuses for these people. We're grown. If you're over 35 years old, if you got children, you got a wife, you got a family, you understand the importance of communication and being responsive to each other, and sharing ideas, sharing thoughts, brainstorming, uplifting each other. You know the importance of it. You know the value in it. If you're not doing that with the people that you call your friends, if you're not doing that with the people that you call your team, your support system, the people that you love, if you're not doing that with them, or if you're doing it, you're putting forth the effort, but the person on the other end is not putting forth the effort, remove those people from your world. It's not going to do anything but poison what you are living. Remove those people from your world. Get back to yourself and start building a team of people that operate the same way that you operate. That's going to take you to the promised land. Operate with people that are operating the same way that you operate. Anything else would be uncivilized. All right? The Love Coach, Larry Love, Truckin and Lovin. We out here on the road. Everybody enjoy your day. I'm going to do everything in my power to enjoy mine. It's all love.